This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, so let's start now. Before moving ahead, I'm going to tell you a problem statement, or I'm going to tell you a use case. Suppose, so first 5 minutes, I'll tell you about the use case, then I'll tell you to achieve that particular use case, what are the services we are going to use. So just wait for a minute. Suppose, guys, there's a use case. Here, this is the New York office. This is the TCS New York office or American Express New York office. Again, this is the American Express New York office. Okay. Now this is your on-premise environment, and the company is American Express. Amex on-prem environment. This is American Express on-premise environment in United States. Now, this is the company. Now, this company is planning to move its on-premise websites or resources from on-premise to cloud computing. For example, this is your company, name is, or this is your client, name is American Express. Now, what they are looking for, they are planning to move their existing website. Remember, they are planning to move their existing website from on-premise to cloud computing. So this is the use case. Again, repeating, guys, if your client is planning to move its running or existing websites or web applications, web APIs or services from on-premise to cloud computing. In this condition, if you people are getting this type of opportunity, so first thing is possible or not? Answer is yes, it's possible. If any of your client is planning to move its on-premise applications, APIs, web services, or any other type of application from on-premise to cloud computing, that is possible. But if your client is planning to move the same, so in cloud computing, we have two options available. To achieve the same thing in cloud computing, we have two options available. The first option is what you can do. You can provide your solution on top of the infrastructure service. Remember, first option is you can provide, first solution is you people can provide your solution on top of the infra. The second type of solution is you can provide your solution on top of the platform. So whatever the first one you can see, this is the platform. This is Azure PaaS. So in case you people are planning to provide any solution on top of the Azure PaaS, normally we have three options available normally for the application. One is the web app, or nowadays this is also called the app service. Nowadays, web app is also called as the app service. So the first option you can say it's the app service. The second option is you can go with the cloud service. Third option is one thing is okay, sorry guys. So the first solution you people can provide on top of the platform. In case you are going to provide your solution on PaaS, you can use the app services, you can use the cloud services, you can use the storage and so on. These are app services. This comes under the PaaS model. This is one of the service that comes under the PaaS model. If you are going to use any of these services, so here most of the things will be taken care by the Microsoft. Only you people have to put your effort on the application and data. The remaining part will be taken care by the Microsoft. So second solution you can provide on top of the Azure infrastructure service, Azure AAS, IaaS. So in case you are going to provide same problem statement is same, but the solution is too different. So in case you're going to provide your solution on top of the infrastructure service, so here you have to set up a virtual network. In this virtual network, you have to set up a subnet, at least one subnet. Then you have to set up a PIP, public IP address. Then you have to set up a network security group. You have to set up availability set. You have to set up disk storage. You have to set up NIC card. And in last, you people have to set up a virtual machine, VM. And on top of these machines, you have to host this website. Whatever website you people are planning to move from on-premise to cloud computing, on top of this VM, you have to set up your website. So these, again repeating, this is the problem. Here on the left side, this is your on-premise environment. On the left side, this is my on-premise environment. Suppose here we have some website, some applications, some APIs. Now we people are planning to move our existing API or website from on-premise to cloud computing. So we have two options available. The first solution is you can provide your solution on top of the PaaS. Second, you can provide your solution on top of the infrastructure service. In case you are going to provide your solution on top of the infrastructure service, here most of the things will be taken by care by you people. Means most of the activities you people have to perform. Here you have to maintain your network, you have to maintain your subnetwork, security, network security group, public IP address, availability sets, storage, and VM, it's a maintenance, backup, everything will be taken care by you guys. So here around 50% part will be managed by you and remaining 50% part will be managed by Microsoft. Remember, guys, the use case is clear to all of you or not? Problem is same, but the solution is too different. Here we have the problem is one that your client is planning to move its on-premise application from on-premise to cloud computing, but the solutions are too different. Guys, is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Clear.
Success is clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Again repeating. So first I'm explaining the use case. Suppose anytime if any of your client is asking you guys, I mean normally this is the very common situation that you people will face. If any of your client is asking you guys to move existing application from on-premise to cloud computing, then what you can suggest? You can suggest your client either they can go with the PaaS or they can go with the IaaS. Now again question is coming, what you will suggest? When you will suggest that your clients should go with the PaaS and when you will suggest that they should go with the IaaS? So guys, in case you people are going to work with the Air Cloud service, I mean platform as service. So here most of the activities will be handled by most of the controls is in Microsoft hand. So here the first is the costly. Here this is the costly solution. In case you are going to provide any solution on top of the platform as service, that's not cheaper, that's the costly. But here you need less manpower and most of the things are automated. Here most of the things are automated. Only you people have to focus on two parts. One is the application and the second is the data, and remaining things will be taken care by the Microsoft. Okay, SLA is 90. SLA means service availability is SLA is 99.99%. In this case, the SLA will be 99.99%. Guys, in case, so everyone please go on mute. If your client is ready, suppose if your client is ready to pay, suppose if your client is saying, hey, they are looking for the cheapest services, they have the manpower, but they are not ready to pay to Microsoft, then you can go with the infra. But if your client is looking for the solution where they are ready to pay, but they are not ready to hire employees. Remember, in case everyone please go on mute, guys. Everyone please go on mute. Okay, perfect. Now, so guys, if your client is not ready to hire employees in company, or they are not looking to invest on the manpower, then normally companies are preferring, they are providing the solution on platform as service, where most of the things will be taken care by the Microsoft. It's a costly in terms of the deployment, in terms of the running charges are costly, but here you don't need to pay salary to lots of employees. Here most of the things are automated, and there's no downtime. Almost automated. Most of things are automated, and the SLA is 99.99%. Same solution. If you're going to provide on top of the infrastructure service, so here is a cheaper. Your solution will be cheaper. It's the cheapest solution. Okay. Here you need a manpower. You need a team to maintain your infrastructure service. Here in this case, you need a team. Maybe your solution architect is going to handle, administrator going to handle, or any responsible person or team is going to handle your all resources. So for this, you people have to pay salary to your employees, maybe one employee or multiple employee, maybe multiple teams or one team. So here, guys, the solution is means you people have to pay less amount to Microsoft, but you people have to pay more to your employees. Here, 50% part will be managed by, remember, 50% part is automated, lump sum, I can say lump sum 50% part is automated, and other resources should be managed by you people. So only here around 90% things are automated, but here around 50% stuff are automated, and remaining things will be taken care by the you people. Here SLA is lower. Here guys, you people will get lower SLA, 99.95%. Now, which one is better? Taksil, which one is better? Here, this is cheapest solution. You need a manpower, automated system, but 50% SLA is lower. And here SLA is higher, 90% automated, need a less manpower, and it's a costly. So what do you
Pass is
think?
pass. I will go for the pass model, because here we can manage it and everything, but there is an error in the IS. There is a possibility of errors and all these things. But in the pass, I think so.
But the fact is, in 90% cases, as of now, in 90% cases, people are using the infrastructure service. Whatever you're saying, that's 100% perfect. But in 90% cases, people are using the infrastructure service. Why? The reason, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that people are not using the PaaS. People are definitely using widely the PaaS services, but in most of the cases, people are providing the solution on top of the infra. The region, normally, suppose you are working for any client American Express, so definitely they will have a manpower. If you are talking about small companies where 2, 5, 20 people are working, in that condition, definitely they will go with this solution. The region, in that condition, there's no need to hire a person to maintain everything. Most of the things will be maintained by Microsoft. But if I'm talking about the TCS, Wipro, Accenture, so in 90% cases, they people are preferring to go with this option. In 10% cases, where they will get more advantage, more better feature, then for that particular activity, they will go with the PaaS. I'm not saying they are only using, they are using both, but in most of the cases, people are providing the solution on top of the infra. The region, if you're going to create one machine, on top of that machine, you can deploy one website or you can deploy 20 websites. You're getting my point or not?
No, I'm
Here,
not getting your point. I'm not getting your point. Here in the past, I can do the same thing, nah.
same thing. No. You cannot do the same thing. Here Microsoft is not going to provide any machine. This is just a platform. And against each platform, you people have to pay more. I'm going to show you. Here, what you can do, here you can create a one server. On top of that server, you can deploy one website or 20 websites. That will depend on you, how many people are going to use websites. So first tell me guys, I'm going to show you. Then I'm going to show you. So first tell me guys, this is clear to all of you or not?
No, in IS we can design our own server, n number of servers, or we can define one server only.
In both of the cases, you can design n number of the platform or servers. That will depend on you people. I'm coming on that. So first tell me this problem is clear or not. If the problem is clear, then I'm coming on your point.
Can you explain the IS? Can you explain the IS? What we will get it if I will go for the IS? Because in the past I will get the platform only.
Suppose this is your network. This is your network. Here, if you are going to create, suppose you have two machines, you have two servers available. This is server number 1 and server number 2. If both servers are the part of one availability set, so what will happen? And okay, so you have two solutions again. If you want, you can deploy same application here, application number 1, application number 1 here. If there are lots of users, suppose per day 10,000, 20,000 or millions of hits you people are getting, then I would suggest you guys to deploy one application and the same here, and the same application you can deploy here also. But in case there's not huge traffic, I mean maybe 500 requests per day you people are getting against one website. So what you can do, what people are doing, people are deploying multiple websites on top of the same server. Means server will be the same, but websites will be different. See here, first website, second website. The reason here you people have to pay for the server, not for the website. But here you people have to pay for the website. If you are going to run any website on platform, so this is your platform. So here, if you suppose here, if you are going to deploy 20 website on, if you are going to deploy 20 website on top of the same server, suppose. So guys, if you're going to deploy 10, 20 website on top of these two servers, Microsoft will charge for the server, not for the website. That will depend on you whether you're going to deploy one website or you're going to deploy hundreds of websites. But here, Microsoft will charge against the website. So if you're going to deploy 20 websites, Microsoft will charge 20 times. Here platform is one, but charges will be 20 times.
Here also we are deploying on a server which is provided by the Microsoft, right?
No. Here Microsoft will give you a platform. In some of the cases, only in one case, they will give you a server, but that server comes under the PaaS model. So here, in most of the cases, Microsoft is not going to provide any server. They will give you a platform. Now you ask, what is platform? So internally, platform is just like some physical entities, but you cannot create a server. You no need to create any server for that. You no need to create any network for that. You no need to create any IP address. No need to set up a load balancer. Everything is automated. So that is just a platform. Here in case of infrastructure service, you people have to design your physical resources like this. But here you no need to design your network. You no need to design your IP address. Everything is automated by Microsoft. So here charges will be against the websites or services or resources, but the charges will be against the VM, not against the websites.
Means you are saying that in past means it is very clear that in IS services we have to design our own servers. Only the cloud means the connectivity the Microsoft will provide.
Correct. Here, what you can do, here you are going to provide whatever the way you people are working on the on-premise, same solution you are going to provide on top of the internet. But here in this case, Microsoft will give you a platform, totally dedicated platform they will provide for you. So this is a dedicated platform, and here most of the things will be managed by Microsoft. That's why it's costly, and this is the cheapest solution. As of now, in most of the cases, people are providing the solution on top of the infra. Remember when AWS launched its own version of the public cloud computing in 2006, that time they launched the cloud computing with the infrastructure only. They haven't started with the PaaS. The PaaS started mainly started when Microsoft jumped into the market. Earlier, companies were providing the solution on top of the infra. Later on, they started providing the solution on top of the platforms also. Is it clear to all of you?
Atul, sorry, how the connectivity will be? Suppose Means what the Microsoft will provide to connect with IS and what the Microsoft will provide to connect with the path.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to provide. I'm going to show you. Same. I'm going
Okay.
to show you. Okay.
Okay.
So this I'm going to save, guys. Up to here, I'm going to save. Okay.
Atul, one question actually. Sorry to interrupt you. So, for example, now in this use case, we are doing migration from on-prem to Azure about websites. For example, if instead of website, if it is there in VMs are there, for example, dev VMs are there, 10 or 15 VMs are there, same solution will be applicable or solution will be entirely different to migrate that 50 on-prem VMs to Azure.
Now, again, please, can repeat your question.
No, for example, now websites, we are talking about websites migration from on-prem to Azure, right? Similarly, if I have instead of website, I have 50 dev VMs. I want to migrate these 50 dev VMs into cloud.
Possible.
So will the same solution applicable, or the solution entirely will be different?
For that, there will be different solution. In that condition, what you have to do, you have to create the image of your VMs. Suppose under on-premise environment, you have one VM. So what you have to do, you have to create the image of your VM in VSD format, and this VSD image you people have to upload in a storage, and from there you can create a new VM in cloud computing. Only you have to create the image of the VM and then upload and recreate it.
Okay.
So for that, there's a different solution. So now, guys, hope this problem or this use case is clear to all of you. Here, your client is asking you guys to provide to move its on-premise resources or website from on-premise to cloud computing. In case your client is asking for such type of situation, then you can provide, either you have to suggest them to go with the as, or you have to suggest them to go with the pass. If the people are ready to pay and they're not ready to hire employees, or they don't have the manpower, and they're looking fully automated system that is provided by Microsoft, then you can offer services. Otherwise, if they are looking for more and more control, if your client is asking, hey, I'm looking for more control, then you can suggest them to go with the infrastructure service. Now, so again, if you're going to, so today, guys, today I'm going to discuss about the first part. Today I'm going to discuss about the first part, the paths. So if you people are going to provide your solution on platform as a service, suppose again here the same situation. Here again in PaaS also you will get multiple solution. Solution number 1, solution number 2, and the solution number 3. So guys, this is your client, American Express. This is New York office. Now, the first solution, I mean, all three solutions now I'm going to provide on top of the PaaS. In PaaS also, we can provide multiple solution. So first, what I'm doing, suppose solution number 1, you can provide your solution on storage. So when you can provide your solution on the storage, if you people are working on the static website, static website, or a website that is supporting the serverless architecture, then you can suggest them to go with the storage. They can deploy, and this is one of the cheapest service. Here charges will be very less. The second option you can provide, if your client is developing any application, remember, if your client develop a new application, remember, so if your client is developing a new application using Microsoft Azure SDK, cloud service. So guys, the first solution is this storage. You can deploy your website on top of the storage. The second, as I shown you last time, you can create a storage, and under blob storage you can deploy your website. The second, if you are developing, I mean, suppose, okay, here The second service Microsoft offering is the cloud service. So if you people are developing, if you people are developing or developed, if you people developed new website using Azure SDK, software development kit SDK, then you can suggest your client to go with the cloud service. Remember, if you people are going to provide, here problem is same, but the solution are three different in past also. If your client is develop a new application using Microsoft Azure SDK, and then you can suggest them to go with the model. Here, if you are going to provide any solution on top of the platform as a service, especially under the cloud service, okay. So here, most of the things will be taken care by the Microsoft. Only you people have to put your effort on the application and data. Here, okay, your deploy, okay, that's okay. So if you people are developing a new application using Azure SDK, then only go with the cloud service. Otherwise, if you people are developing a new application or you people already develop a existing application in any of the programming language, and now you people are planning to migrate in cloud computing, then you can go with the third option, that is the app service. So here guys, in case you are going to develop, if you have developed a new application, develop a new app, okay, without SDK, without Azure SDK or existing application, or planning to migrate existing app that developed through the existing application, okay. So in these two conditions, guys, if you people remember, let me add this. So guys, so finally we have the two solutions available. One solution, if you people are planning to deploy or migrate existing or new application, that is the static website, or application that is developed using serverless architecture, then you can offer or you can deploy on a storage. If you people are planning to create a new application or application that already developed, now you people are planning to move the same in cloud computing, and this application is developed using Azure SDK. This is the point. Azure SDK, software development kit, then you can provide a solution on cloud service. And the third and most famous option is this, that is the app service. One second, guys. Okay, guys. So the third option is most famous one that we are going to discuss today. That is the app service. So if you people have developed if you people have developed a new application without Azure SDK, or you people are planning to migrate any application that is legacy application, maybe developed in 2010, 2012, 2005, or in 2000. In case you people are planning to move this type of website from on-premise to cloud computing, then here we have the option app service. This is clear to all of you or not? Suppose guys, this is the big application. Guys, suppose this is website. This website and this service you people are planning to move from on-premise to cloud computing. So suppose these two websites developed in year 2012 or in 2010. Now after 8 years, you people are planning to move these two websites from here to in cloud computing. Suppose these two websites are developed in Java. Maybe one part is written in Java and the second part is written maybe in .NET. Okay, .NET standard. Or in case you are going to provide any solution here, so here you can provide solution if it is developed in Java. If your application is developed in Java, it supports the Java, it supports .NET Core, .NET Core, it supports the .NET standard, it supports Ruby, Python, and many other languages, guys. Clear guys? So if you people have developed, okay, like PHP also, yeah, PHP, if you people have developed your application in PHP, maybe you develop in 2010, 2012, 2015, 16. Now, after 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years, your company is planning to move these websites that already developed. Now, your company is planning to move your website from on-premise to cloud computing. So in this condition, you can go with the app service. This is one of the best options. In case your company is planning to move HTML application, so you can directly deploy under the storage. If you people have developed a new application and the application is developed using Azure SDK, remember software development kit, then this is only one option. Here SDK is important. Without SDK, there is no meaning to use the cloud service. So important part is the SDK, and here without SDK. So guys, this is clear to all of you or not?
Clear.
The problem is same, but the solutions are different. That's why initially, if you remember, I said, in case you want to learn the cloud computing in 8 hours, you can learn, but just for the overview, not for the solution purpose. For the solution purpose, against one problem, you have multiple solutions available. It will take time. Okay, so just for the marketing or sales piece, you can cover in cloud computing in 8 hours, but not practically. You cannot provide any solution. You'll have a basic understanding. That's it. Now, so for the solutioning, guys, you people can provide 3 type of solution on PaaS also. So for the first one, you can use the cloud service. For the second one, you can use the app service, and for the third solution, you can use the storage. Now, problem statement is same, but we are going to use the first one. This one, app service. App service we are going to use. To achieve the app service, what I'm planning to migrate a website that is running under on-premise environment since last few years. Suppose guys, now I'm going to open the portal. This is the portal. Portal URL is portal.azure.com. Let's start. Okay. So here, I'm going to start. Now, if someone is asking, guys, if someone is asking, what's the difference between cloud service and app service? So I can note it down here. So guys, the cloud service start with the domain. By default, it's working on the HTTP module. By default, I'm not saying by default, it will work on the HTTP protocol. By default, cloud service is working on the HTTP protocol. Okay, I think I already have written. Let me show you. Here I written what I can do. I can share with you guys also. Okay. So see guys, if someone is asking or during the interview, during the interview, people are asking what's the difference between cloud service or app service. So guys, these are the differences. So if I'm talking about the first one, whatever today I'm going to cover, the app service. So by default, it will be deployed on the FTP environment. By default, the deployment will be on the FTP environment. But here, in case of cloud service, it will be deployed on top of the virtual machine, and that virtual machine will be controlled, created, managed by Microsoft. The first difference is both comes under the PaaS model. These two services comes under the PaaS model, but in case of app service, deployment will be available on the FTP environment. By default, it will be deployed on the FTP environment, but here in this case, by default, it will be deployed on the virtual machine, and these virtual machines will be controlled, created, managed by Microsoft, not by we people. Is it clear to all of you or not? Guys, this is not normal machine. This is not normal machine. This particular machine will be controlled, managed, backed up, and patches by Microsoft, not by we people. Is it clear or not? Raghu?
Clear, Atul.
Yes.
Clear.
Okay, now the second difference is in case you people are going to increase the number of instances. Remember in first session I told you about the scalability. So in case you people are planning to increase the scalability, so you can increase up to 30 times. Means in one app service you can increase up to 30 instances. Earlier it was 20, but just 2 months ago they increased up to 30. So now here number of instances you can increase up to 30. Means by default, if your application is running on top of the one VM, so one on top of the one platform, in case of demand, in case you want to increase the number of instances, you can, and maximum you can go up to 30. But in case you have deployed your application on top of the cloud service, then you can increase your instance up to 10,000. Means to run a website, to run a web application, a web service, you can deploy on top of the 10,000 website, 10,000 machines. So guys, here maximum 30 and here 10,000. Here, in case you are going to develop a website, web application or API, then you can plan for the app service. If it is developed using non-SDK, non-Azure SDK, then you can go with this. And this is used in case you are looking for the website development, web application development, or background processing like the Windows service, then you can go with the cloud service. Here, this is mainly used for the new development as well as it is used for the legacy application. If any existing application running since last few years and you people are planning to move, then you can go with the app service or new development also. Both are possible, new and legacy. And here with the cloud service, if any application is developed using Azure SDK, then only you can plan. And here it supports the limited resources. It supports the limited resources while it support almost all the resources that is available in market. In terms of the deployment, the app service is faster. It's a very fast in terms of the deployment, and this is slower. Cloud service is slower in terms of the deployment. Here, you cannot take the remote desktop of your app service. The reason there's no virtual machine available in background. This is just a platform. And here, in case you want to take this is also platform, but here in case you want to take the remote desktop, remote access, that is possible. And here in the case of app service, you can increase you can maintain 20 versions. Technically versions are called as the slots. You can maintain up to 20 slots, while in cloud service By default, Microsoft will provide two environments. One is the staging and the second is the production environment. For the technology support, it supports .NET, PHP, .NET Core, Java, Angular, Node.js, SQL Server, Oracle, any other databases also. But here, this is mainly using .NET family languages. It will use mainly .NET family languages. And here, you people have to publish your source code, or if you have any Docker image that you can publish. Here, Microsoft will give you two files, means on top of your application, they will create a wrapper. In that wrapper, they will create two files, package and configuration. The domain here, the domain will be azurewebsite.net, domain.azurewebsite.net, and here domain will be domain.cloudapp.net. By default, it will be deployed on HTTPS. By default, the app service will be deployed on HTTPS, and here by default it will be deployed on the HTTP environment. So these are some of the basic differences between app service and cloud service.
Atul, app service would be costlier, right, compared to cloud service? Is it like that, or
no? Cloud service will be costly.
Cloud service is costly. Okay. What the reason, Atul? Why cloud service is more costly?
Actually, as of now, this is working on the ARM model. This is working on the ARM model. One more difference is, as of now, okay, sorry, this is working on the ARM model, and still they haven't upgraded. This service is still working on the ASM model. ASM services, yeah, ASM services are costly. Okay, so now.
And security wise, app service would be better, right?
Both are. You can't say
because
which one.
That will be using HTTPS, right? That's what I just wanted.
By default is using, but normally people are converting from HTTP to HTTPS. It doesn't mean that, I mean, that's why I said by default. By default, it will be HTTP, but normally people are converting, I mean, here in HTTPS than using. But in 90% cases, people prefer to go with the app service, not with the cloud service. Remember, in these two, yeah.
Yeah, sorry to disturb you. Oh, if there is a platform, means we are both deploying our websites on the PaaS model. Means what you told, there is a server, means there is no server type of thing, only the platform you will get. And how we will get the remote access in cloud service, and why not we are getting in the app service?
Okay, so region still they haven't upgraded. It's still working on the classic mode. This is still working on the classic mode. I will show you. So this is the classic service, and this is the upgraded one. Once they are going to upgrade, maybe they will not give you the remote access feature.
Means there should be no remote access, because it's a platform only.
By default, there is no remote access, but in case you want to take the remote access, that provision is possible here. The region, earlier Microsoft started. Sorry. I forget. Where I was. Okay. Now again, I'm coming back to here. Don't worry, I'm going to show you everything, and that will take time. So guys, patience, it will take 2 days, today and tomorrow. These 2 days, I'm going to cover these two things. So first, if you are going to migrate existing applications, so see here, the first one is the cloud service. This is available on the classic ASM model. And the second one is the app service. So you can see under my favorite list, app service is not available. So what I'm planning, I'm going to add the app service. Or you can see here on downside is available app service. So before provisioning of the app service, people have to plan for the app service plan. Means what type of app service you're going to design, you have to create it first. So what you can do, just go and create an app service plan first. First of all, you people have to create an app service plan. If you haven't created, or if you don't have any resource group available, so what you can do, directly on the fly from here you can create a resource group. Name of my resource group is RG, and now under this resource group I'm going to create an app service plan. So my plan name is Jaguar ASP, Jaguar App Service Plan. Here you have to decide whether you people are going to deploy your application on Linux environment, or you are going to deploy your application on the Windows environment. Both options are available here. Now here you can select what will be, where your business location is. Suppose you are from India, but your client is from United States, then you can go with the US location. If you are from India, your client is also from the India location, then you can go with the Indian location. Any Indian region you can select nearby to your business. Suppose my client is from US, then I'll go with this. Now, here we have the pricing tier. How much you people have to pay, that will depend on the size. That how much monthly you people have to pay against this website, that will depend on the SKU and sizes. So by default, Microsoft will give you 100 ACU and 1.75 GB memory. To run one website, Microsoft will give you dedicated 1.75 GB memory and 100 ACU. So in case ACU, Azure Computation Unit, ACU stands for Azure Computation Unit. If the ACU is lower, then the performance of your website will be slower. If the ACU is higher, then Microsoft will charge more, but the performance of your website will be higher. Here you can see there are lots of SKUs available. So the first one is the S1. In S1, Microsoft will offer you 100 ACU, means Azure Computation Unit. In P1 V2, they will give you 210 ACU. In P2 V2, they will give you 420 ACU. If the number of ACU is higher, then you people have to pay more, and the performance of your application will be higher. In the first one, they are providing 1.75 GB memory. In the second one, they are providing 3.5 GB memory. In the third one, they are providing 7 GB memory. Here, in this case, they will give you 16 GB memory. Here, 8 GB memory, 14 GB memory, 32 GB memory. So, guys, if the memory or ACU is higher, you people have to pay more. Remember, Microsoft is not going to provide any machine. They are not going to provide any network. They are going to provide a platform, and that particular platform will have its own computation, its own memory. If the memory and computation is higher, you people have to pay more. Earlier, Microsoft were providing only 9 pricing tier, but recently in last month they upgraded. Nowadays 336, 12. Now we have total 12 pricing tier available. If the pricing tier, whatever the pricing tier you are going to select, depending on your pricing tier, Microsoft will provide some other benefits. Suppose if I'm going with the lower pricing tier, which is S1. Remember guys, if I'm going with the S1 pricing tier, then what benefit Microsoft will give me? So I can increase the number of instances 10 times. Remember, by default it will be 1, but in case you want to increase the number of instances, you can increase up to 10 times. You can create the multiple environment or multiple version of the same website, but maximum 5 staging slots. You can take the backup of your website per day 10 times. By default, Microsoft will give you 50 GB storage. They will give you computation, ACU, and traffic manager. If I'm going to increase, see here, now last time it was 10, now they will give you 20 instance. Last time it was 5, now it's a 4 times, it's a 20. Last time it was 10 times backup per day, this time it's a 50 times backup per day. So guys, this whatever the benefit Microsoft is providing, the benefit will depend on the pricing tier. If the pricing tier is lower, the benefit you people will get is lower. If the tier is higher, the benefit will be higher. Is it clear to all of you or not? Later on, even if I'm going with the lower configuration, later on, in case you want to change, that is also possible. See here, if I'm going with this one, so sorry, I forget one thing, guys. So how much they are going to charge? Again, this one, the charges will depend on the SKU. Suppose if I have selected SKU as a S1, the monthly Microsoft will charge lump sum 3,000 rupees. To run one website for 1 month, monthly Microsoft will charge lump sum 3,000 rupees. Say at 2,900 rupees lump sum they will charge. This is the estimated cost. If you are going to use the 210 ACU, then Microsoft will charge 9,600 rupees per month. If you are going to use the 420 ACU, they will charge 90,300 rupees per month. Similarly, in this case, 16,000, 8,000, 38,000 rupees, 33,000 rupees.
Atul, I have a question here. So if we want to upgrade any one of the factor, like any storage or any single thing, so we have to choose it accordingly, and we don't have any option to. Uh,
Customization is not possible. Suppose you're looking for memory, you're looking for 16 GB, but computer science you're looking for 350. So that type of customization is not possible. Whatever the template, whatever the SKU is offered by Microsoft, that you have to pick up.
Okay, so actually I missed the part of region part where we have to choose the client region, or we have to choose which one. Actually, I missed it.
You have to see where your, I mean, what is your, from where your target audience are. Suppose you're from India, you're a developer,
Yeah.
or your company is in India, but your target audience who are going to use this application is from United States. Then you
Okay.
can go with the, suppose you're from India, your client is from United States, but target audience are from the Australia, then you should go with the Australia. You
Okay.
get my point?
Yes. Yes.
So that will depend on situation to situation. So that will depend from where your target audience are. If users are from New Zealand, Australia, then you can go with that location. If users are from Singapore, then you can go with the Singapore. Why? The region you're going to use that regions, you people will get a better performance. That's why Microsoft suggesting. Otherwise, you can do whatever you want. Now, guys, in this case, Microsoft will charge 3,900 rupees per month to run one website. Now, I'm going to create this. So first of all, you people have to create in East Asia. Sorry, in East Asia, what I did, I just created this app service plan. Now, once your app service plan is ready, remember, once your app service plan is ready, so what you can do, you can create an app service. App service earlier from 2010 to 2014, it was called as the website. From 2014 to 2017, it called as the web app. And after that, nowadays it's called as the app services. Nowadays it is called as the app services. So you can select the app services if your application is developed using PHP, Java, AngularJS, Node.js, .NET, Ruby, Python. Then you can plan for the app service. Now to create the app service, so using app service, what you can do, you can create, build, deploy and manage powerful web application, mobile application, APIs, and maybe it's in backend you can use the Python, you can use PHP, you can use AngularJS, Node.js, Java, .NET, or any other languages. Now, in case you want to create, just go and create here now. So in East Asia location, remember, I'm going to create this application. This application I'm going to create in RG Resource Group. Now, URL of my website will be Jaguar ITS. This is the URL. So if you remember here what I said, the domain will be domain.azurewebsite.net. Here in this case, this is your domain name and azurewebsite.net. So by default, URL will be https://jaguarits.azurewebsite.net. Now here you have two options. If you have a source code available or you have the Docker container. In my case, I have the source code available. I can upload my source code. Now, what runtime you're looking for? You have developed your application in .NET Core, in .NET Standard, Java, Node.js, PHP, Python, or Ruby. You people have to select what platform exactly you have to use to develop your application. Suppose I'm saying, okay, my application is developed in .NET Standard. Now, remember, .NET Standard only support the Windows. It doesn't support the Linux. If you are going to use the .NET Core, you'll get both options. If you want, you can deploy on Linux. If you want, you can deploy on the Windows. Both options available. But for the .NET Standard, only Windows. Now, guys, here I'm going to use the East Asia. East Asia. Now, just go down. Here, you people have to select the app service plan. So by default, we have created just a few minutes ago, we created the app service plan. Name of my app service plan is Jaguar ASP. So by default, you can see that's auto selected. So here,
Sorry to interrupt. So for example, region, we have to select same region, right? When we create the app plan, same region we have to select. And app plan here also we can create, right? Instead of creating separately, here also they create new. So here also we can create.
If you haven't created the app service plan, so directly on the fly, on the click of this button, you can create.
Okay.
Same you can see from here also. Okay. Now, in case you want to monitor your application, whatever the application you are going to monitor, in case you want to monitor, so for that there's a different service available that is called the application insight. So as of now, I'm not going to discuss. I will discuss later on when I will start the monitoring part. Now, finally, I'm going to create it. So here guys, what Microsoft is going to do, we are not going to create any network, we are not going to create any virtual machine, we are not going to attach any disk, we are not going to attach any RAM or processor. Everything is taken care by the Microsoft. Only we people have to put our focus on the coding part. Means if you are, if here in this case, who can manage? If you're working as a manager, if you're working as a management, you're part of management team, you're working as a developer, you're working as admin, anyone can handle. Just go provision everything, and after that, just pass the same detail to your development team. They will complete the rest of the part. See here. Now, this is your website. Finally, this is your website. Now, what I'm doing, I'm going to show you. One second, guys. Now, this is my website. In case you want to browse, see here by default, it's working on the HTTPS protocol. URL is jaguarits.azurewebsite.net. Clear, guys? So far, in case anyone have any question, you can ask your question. Otherwise, I'm going to move ahead. By default, this website is running. In case you want to stop the website, click on the stop button. Website is stopped. Now I'm going to Control F5. Service is unavailable. In case you want to start the services, start. Again, restore. Guys, clear? In case you want to restart, you want to delete, all these changes are possible. Now, as of now, this website is a part of RG resource group. In case you want to move the same from RG to any other resource group, that is possible. If you remember, last weekend I showed you this. This option I already shown you guys last weekend. Now, default status of your website is running. Your website is running here. The location where your website is deployed, that is available in East US, and this is your subscription detail. Website URL is this, and to support this website, Microsoft is using this app service plan. Remember one tricky point here, Microsoft is not charging for the website. Here, Microsoft is not going to charge any single rupees for the website. They are charging for the app service plan. Again repeating guys, Microsoft is not charging for the website. Here the charges will be against the app service plan. In case you want to deploy, in case you want to share the same app service plan with the 5 website, that is also possible. Guys, you get my point or not? In case you want to share the same app service plan, same storage, same memory you want to share with the 20 website, that is possible. The performance will degrade definitely. If you're going to share the same resources with the 5 website, the performance will be degraded, but it's possible. Is it clear or not?
Yeah, it's clear. Up to now, it's clear.
One doubt actually. So now we're discussing about PaaS, right? While discussing PaaS topic, we discussed like they are charging for one website, right? In earlier discussion, we discussed about PaaS and IaaS, right? You told like for every website they will charge in that diagram.
Correct. So if same situation if I'm saying, so here in case of app service, they are charging for the app service plan. But for the cloud service, they are charging against the instance, means they are going to charge against the website.
Okay, got it.
There are multiple cases. How many cases? 10, 20, 100. There are lots of cases that will depend on situation to situation. So
Okay,
here
okay,
the charges, here app service plan is the part of app service. It's already is clubbed with the app service. That's why normally people are saying. But again, if you're going to check, yes, they are charging. Now, again, I'm returning back to here. Okay. Now, this is my website. By default, as I said, it will be deployed on the FTP environment. You can see here, this is deployed on the FTP environment. So this is my FTP server, where exactly it is deployed. This is the FTP username. This is the FTP username, but I don't have the password. So in case you want to set up the password, so here what you can do, just go and click on the deployment center. Here we have the property, deployment center, click here, just go down. And here you have option FTP. Click on the dashboard, and here you can set up the password also. By default, every time I'm using a password India@12345. I'm going to use India at 12345 and 6. Username is this, guest dev. So yeah, I'm going to change the password. Password changed. Again, I'm going to click on the overview. Now, to migrate your website, what you can do, you can use the Visual Studio, or you can use FTP. Any FTP client you people can use. Here, I'm going to use the FileZilla. So guys, FileZilla is one of the FTP client that is available free of cost. If you don't have, I would suggest you guys to download it. See here, this is FileZilla. This is the FileZilla. If you don't have the FileZilla, I would suggest you guys to download and install. Or any FTP client you can use, not only FileZilla. Any FTP client you people can use, guys. Now, so this is the FileZilla client. Wait for a second, please. This is a FileZilla client. Here we have to pass the host name. Here we have to pass the username and password. So host means server. So FileZilla host name is this that I'm going to copy from here and paste. Paste here and the host. Username you can copy from here. Copy your username and paste here. Password is India INDIA at 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, and click on Quick Connect. Now this is my local environment. On my local machine, I have a website. See here, I have a website on my local machine. Name is Nivesh. You can see here, this is my local environment. In my local machine, I have a website. Name is Nivesh, and this is the cloud environment. By default, we people are getting this page. Now, in case you want to migrate, select everything and click on the upload button. Now migration started. So what I said in terms of the migration, in terms of the provisioning, it's a very fast. Yeah, migration started, guys. So what we are doing, we are migrating on-premise application from on-premise to cloud computing. Remember, last weekend I shared this website. This website already have shared. For this type of activity, you can reuse this. So it's about to complete, guys. Around 70% completed. 80, 90% completed and done.
Atul, any other tool other than FileZilla?
Any FTP client, you can use the Visual Studio, you can use your browser, you can use whatever you want.
Okay, Storage Explorer will not work out, right?
No.
Or will
No.
can use?
No. Now, remember, this was the URL. I'm going to refresh now. You guys can access. succeed. Please, everyone, please check your chat window and click on the link. Guys, please click on the link and let me know whether you people can access or not.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's okay. It's working.
It's working.
Okay. So
Give me login
here,
ID, password.
actually, that's open. That's open. Without username and password, if you're going to click, you can access.
Okay.
There's no validation. Now, anyway, so let's move ahead. To monitor your application, in case you people want to monitor your application, what Microsoft did, Microsoft created some small chart. You can see here. Here, in case you want to track whenever you people will get any HTTP server related issue, that will be logged here. Here, how much data exactly in and how much data is out, you can monitor. This is just request. How many times, people have requested. This is the sum of your all requests, and this is the average response time. As of now, the average response time of your application is 662 milliseconds. It's less than 1 second. It's in fraction of second, guys. Your average response time is 662 milliseconds. In case you people want to pin the same on dashboard, click here. Okay. In case you want, then just go, click here and pin on dashboard. So far, in case anyone have any question, you can unmute and ask your question. If no question,
Yeah,
then
so
move.
I can move any application also.
Yeah, any application. If application is developed in Ruby, Python, .NET Core, .NET Standard, Java, PHP, then AngularJS, Node.js, yes, you can. If you have any
If there is a backend also, means like SQL type of thing, then also we
yes,
can upload.
you can. It will support the big data. It will support the MongoDB. It will support the SQL Server, pSQL, Oracle, DB2, or any other database, whatever you're looking for.
So we have to create the database, or suppose only I will upload the.
If you already have a migrated database, you can change the connection string. Otherwise, you have to create a database from here. Here, database option also available.
Okay.
Here, you can select. You can create your own new database, or if you don't want to use the new database, you want to migrate the existing database, then okay, that option also available. You can.
So I could say like two options. One is swap and publish profile. What are those options when we have to use that?
I'm coming on that. I'm going to cover all the properties. Just give me some time. So guys, in case you want to design your dashboard, something like this, that will be your choice, how you are going to design. So these boxes technically called as the tile, T-I-L-E. These boxes are called as a tile. That will be your choice how you are going to display all these things. By default, it will show the data of last 24 hours. Okay, past 1. Okay, past 1 hour. According UTC 530. In case you want to see the historical data, that is also possible. This machine, this environment is new, so we are getting only few lines. If I'm going to run this website for 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, then we people will get very nice chart here. Now, again, I'm moving ahead. So here, this is done. Now, on top of this particular website, so far, whatever the activities you people have performed, all your activity will be recorded. So far, we stopped the website, we started the website, who initiated what instance, everything will be recorded. In case someone is going to misuse, you can easily track. Or in case you want to use this log for the analytics purpose, just go and download in CSV format and reuse. That is also possible. This point I already have discussed. This is one of the common property that you people will get everywhere. Now, Microsoft is launching. They are going to retire, guys. This property they are going to retire. Anyway, now deployment center. So now here, as I said, by default, Microsoft in this case, by default, it's available. By default, it's available on HTTPS environment. Here, domain will be domain.azurewebsite.net. It's working on the ARM model, and we have published our source code. And our in case your code is written in AngularJS, Node.js, Java, PHP, Ruby, .NET, Python, then you can use. Plus, what I told you guys, here you cannot take the remote desktop. Here you can see there is no access option to take the remote desktop. The region in background, Microsoft is not running servers. It is just a platform. It's not an infra. It is just a platform. You cannot take the remote desktop of your server. Now, by default, I said by default, Microsoft will, in this case, by default, it will be deployed on the production environment. But in case you want to maintain the version of the same website, that is also possible. Again, repeating, in case you people want to maintain the version of the same website, that is possible. You can maintain up to 20 version of the website. Minimum is 5, maximum is 20. Nowadays, they are making some changes, but as of now, it's a 20. Now, for that, here we have the property deployment slot. Slot means you're going to create how many number of versions of your website. That here. Now I'm going to click on add slot. Now, suppose the new environment I'm going to set up, that is the staging, STAGI staging. This is my staging environment. So earlier the URL was Jaguar its.azurewebsite.net. Now the URL will be changed. Jaguar its-staging.azurewebsite.net. Means everything is the same, but for the new environment, they are going to add the staging. Or I'm going to pass a QA. Okay. Add here. I'm going to click on add button. So what Microsoft will do? Microsoft will provide one more similar environment. They will give you all the property, all the feature, but one more environment. By default, it's running on the production. You can see here in green background, white 4 color is the production environment. Status of your production is running. Now we are going to create a staging environment, or technically that is called the slots. How many slots you can create? You can create up to 20 slots, minimum 5, maximum 20. Now you can see here, this is the production environment, this is your slot. In slot also, you people will get same property, whatever you people are getting in production. And this is the URL of your staging slot. This is the production environment, this is the production URL. And this is the staging slot. Staging slot is blank. As of now, the staging slot is blank, so completely blank, guys. Now, in case you want to move, suppose this website we developed and migrated in year 2019, and after 1 year, your client asks you guys to renovate the existing website. Suppose this is the this was the existing website. Now they are looking for the renovation. They are looking for a few more features. So guys, it's not good practice directly to deploy your whatever the changes you people have done on your local machine. It's not good practice directly to deploy the change set on the production. Microsoft is suggesting to deploy the change set on the staging environment, test it thoroughly. Once you are confirmed that everything is okay, then only move the same data or same website on the production. So for what Microsoft did, Microsoft created this environment, staging. Now, what I'm doing, this is the staging QA environment. Last was the production. This is the QA environment. Same property you people will get here. So what I'm doing, I'm going to click on the deployment center. Here, I'm going to move the new website. Suppose the same website, but new with the new changes. India at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, website is same. Suppose website is same, but now we are moving with the new data. So here, click on the overview section on QA environment, and this is the QA FTP environment. So just select the QA FTP environment, go to Algila and paste your FTP host name and the username. Let me close this, guys. Yeah, this is the username. So guys, just copy the username and paste here. Now again, I'm going to reconnect. You can see here on the left side, we have the on-premise websites. Now, suppose the new website, the new version of the same website that I'm going to migrate again on the staging environment. Now, on the same URL, on the same, app service plan, you are running two websites.
Means one is test environment and one is the production environment, right? Is it like that?
Yes, you're 100% right. So here, this is the test environment and this is the production environment. On the production, we are running this website. On the test, we are running this website. See guys, website, I mean, URL is same, domain is same, but this is the subdomain. So this is the staging environment and this is your production environment. Suppose you people, I mean, this website you developed in 2019, and this is just new version of the same website, new version of the same website after renovation. So it's not good practice in industry. It's not good practice after the changes. It's not good practice to directly deploy your website production. I would suggest you guys to create any slot. On top of the slot, you can deploy your source code and test it. Once you feel everything is working fine, so tested. So what you can do, you can swap your data. So here you can see here we have a button swap. If you are going to click on the swap button, so what Microsoft will do, whatever the website is running on the production website will move on the staging and staging will move on the production. Again repeating guys, whatever the website you are running on the staging, that will move to production and production website will move on the staging. In this particular activity, Microsoft will take 30 seconds. Why 30 seconds? The reason Microsoft is not going to move the entire content. Microsoft will change the IP. Whatever IP is assigned to production, that will be assigned to staging, and staging will assign to production. See, in this activity, Microsoft is taking lump sum 30 seconds. Even if the size of your website is 1 MB or the size of your website is 1 GB, in both of the cases, it will take a lump sum 30 seconds. Sometimes 25 seconds, sometimes 35 seconds or 40 seconds, but lump sum 30 seconds.
Atul, it will not take any backup, right? Of the existing one, it will not take any backup, right?
No, it's not going to take. As of now, we have scheduled the backup. In case you want to schedule the backup, yes, you can. But as of now, it's not going to.
Okay. Backup also we can schedule.
Yeah, everything. That's why I said, guys, we are not going to give you the overview. We are going to cover all the property. All the property we are going to cover, at least 90% property or more than that we will cover. That's why it's taking time. Otherwise, this service I can finish in 30 minutes. In any branding, I mean, you can see what people are doing normally in industry. No one is going to cover all these property. They will just deploy and that's it. Done. Anyway, so, but in case you want to do something better, you should have a very good understanding about everything then only, especially in terms of the solutioning parts are very important. Now guys, this website is running on the production. See here, this is the production moved to staging. See here, and earlier it was running on the staging and now production will move to here. See, staging moved to production and production moved to staging. You can see here URL is same but content is different. Guys, is it clear to all of you or not?
Clear.
Yes.
Anyone have any question?
Atul, only the content of the website gets changed, but the URL will be the same, right? If we will swap it.
Correct. After the swapping, only Microsoft, whatever the website is running on the production content will move to staging and staging will move to production. What Microsoft is doing internally, Microsoft is not going to swap the content. They are swapping the VIP, virtual IP address. Means my identity goes to you and your identity will goes to me.
Hmm.
You're getting my point or not? So internally they are doing it. Okay, now again, suppose after deployment, suddenly your client called you. He said, "Oh my God, what you did? Whatever you have developed, that I was not expecting. My expectation was something different, and whatever that you have developed, that is something very different." In that condition, if your client is asking you guys to provide the existing, old website back, so again click on the swap button. Within 30 seconds, you can provide the old website back to your client. In case of any disaster, in case of any disaster, in case you want to reswap, that is possible. So you can see this is not developed in 2020. Now it's working on the production environment. Now what we are planning? We are planning to get back my website, old website back here. So just wait for 30 seconds, and after that you can do it without downtime. Without downtime, in case of any disaster, you can swap your website again. Just wait for 30 seconds, guys.
Atul, one request. Is it possible to give that code? I mean, like in order to test from our side.
Already have given. Last Sunday, I already given all these codes.
Oh, okay. So directly we can install the FileZilla and we can upload it, right? That's what you mean.
That's why I started with the story so that I can share lots of content with you guys.
Oh, okay. We'll have
Atul, I don't have this code.
You don't have?
Yeah, really, when you say shared with me.
I mean, like zip file he shared, right? That's what you're referring to, Atul?
Yes. Under that zip file, you'll get four websites.
Can you
Even
share it
you
again?
Let me check. Okay.
Okay, I will download it.
Yeah, you have to download it.
Thank you.
Even we'll be also having access, right? Or no, Atul? Whatever you are putting here in blog.
I have to share the URL with you, then only you can access.
Yeah, please share.
Actually, I have lots of security issue here on this laptop. That's why usually I'm not able to download and upload something. Okay, wait for a minute. Lots of people are claiming that they will teach you cloud computing in 8 hour, 10 hour. That is just time pass. Here, since the last 8 hour we are learning, still we could not complete even 10%. Okay, now again I'm going to click on Jaguar ATS, which is my website. Oh, it's failed, guys. It's a failed. I have to try again. If it is not working, then I have to get some better solution. Okay, website. Anyway, let's move ahead. Configuration, or we can start from here. We have 30 minutes, so today I'll try to cover up to here. Guys, I'll try to cover up to logs. So let's start with the log and move on to upper side. So from tomorrow, I'll discuss about the remaining properties. There are lots of properties that we'll discuss tomorrow. So sometimes what people are doing, people are having the websites, and if multiple people have the access on your portal, so by mistake, sometimes people are deleting. So in case you people want to prevent, so just create a log type, delete and delete. Now, in case someone is trying to delete, it will not allow you to delete this website. Suppose if by default, by mistake, you or your any of the team member is going to delete, so it will not allow you to delete. See, this resource is locked. You cannot delete. Guys, this is just type of security. Now, property. So guys, in case you want to check the status of the website, so you can see here the status of the website is running. The website URL is this. By default, your website is running on the HTTPS protocol. Sometimes people are saying, hey, can you please give me the virtual IP address? Means, can you give me the public IP address of the website? So guys, this is the public IP address of the website. Okay. This is the VIP. VIP means I can say load balancer IP address. Guys, again repeating, if you remember, by default, as I said initially, by default, in case you people are going to implement the PaaS services, load balancer, traffic manager, most of the things will be taken care by Microsoft. So here, if you're going to deploy your website on 2 slots, 20 slots, so Microsoft will give you a load balancer. This is the load balancer IP address. I mean, you cannot access anything, but internally they will use it for the redirection of your traffic. Now, in case you want to check what are the outbound IPs, so these are the outbound IPs, additional outbound IP, FTP username, FTP host name means server name, and these are the other details where exactly is deployed, subscription detail, and others. Now, if with this application any database is attached, you will get the database here. But in my case, there is no database attached. Now, there's a two very important feature here. One is the scale up, and the second is the scale out. So let's start with the scale up. So guys, first point is the scale up. Scale up means whenever, suppose as of now we are in this website, it's working fine, but tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday we have a promotion. Suppose your client is going to start a promotion for one day on Sunday, and you or your client don't know how many people are going to use your application. If you don't know how many people are going to use application, then you can go with the automated process. If you know average lump sum how many people are going to use your application per day or per hour, then manually you can increase the size or you can decrease the size. Suppose as of now we people are paying 2800 to 2900 rupees, and the 100 ACU competition we are getting. Suppose during the promotion time, I know at least my number of user will increase 4 to 5 times. So what I can do, just for one day, I can change my pricing tier. Remember, in this condition, what I can do, I can change my pricing tier. If you're going to change the pricing tier, the charges, whatever the Microsoft was charging, the billing will change immediately. Guys, is it clear or not? In case you want to change the pricing tier anytime in future, you can change it. Now you people will get more feature. Last time here it was 5 slots. Now you people will get 20 slots. Last time it was a 10 times scalability. Now you can go up to here written to 20, but actually you can go up to 30. Here you can see Microsoft is charging on this without downtime. Anyone have any other question, guys? Then please unmute and ask your question if you have any. No.
Atul, for example, if I after upgrading, if I want to degrade, that option will be there. No.
In case you want to change, upgrade or degrade, whatever you want, you can change. Suppose Sunday during the promotion time, you can use this pricing tier. From Monday, you can again from this is
Come
higher,
back to
higher.
normal.
You can come back again. Clear, guys?
Clear.
Even there, there's some additional pricing tier available. You can see here. This also you can select. Now, in this case, what exactly we did? This is called the vertical scalability. This is called the vertical scalability. Means in case you are going to increase or you are going to decrease the size of the same instance, then this is called the vertical scalability. If you remember, in first session I was talking about the scalability. We have two types of scalability possible here. One is the horizontal scalability and the second is the vertical scalability. In case you are going to increase or decrease the size of the same instance, here instance is same, but what exactly I did, I increased the size of the same server on demand without downtime. That is possible. This is technically called the vertical scalability or scale up. Is it clear or not? Scale up is clear or not, guys?
Clear, Atul.
Now the second option is the scale out. This is called the horizontal scalability, right? Technically, this is called the horizontal scalability. In horizontal scalability, again, we have two options. One is manually you can increase the number of instances. What I said last time, Microsoft is written 20, but actually in background, nowadays they have recently received, I think 2 months ago. Now you can increase your instance counts up to 30. So by default, your application is deployed on top of the one instance, means number of deployment was one. But in case for one day, what I'm looking for, if I know 5 times user will increase, so I can do it 5. Now what will happen? Microsoft will give you 5, instance, something like this. Okay. App service versus cloud service. Okay. Okay. In this condition, this is your storage. Sorry, this is your platform. But last time, your websites were deployed here on this instance. In this condition, what exactly Microsoft is going to do? Now Microsoft will give you multiple slots. Suppose I have selected 5. So they will create 1 slot, 2 slot, 4 slot, and 5 slot. So total Microsoft will give you 5 slot. And the same website, whatever website is available on the first slot, that will be available here. Something like this. So this is called the manual scalability. This is called the manual scalability. Manual scalability option comes under the scale out. But if you know how many lump sum, how many number of people are going to access your website, then manually you can increase the number of instances and save it. The second option, if you don't know how many people are going to access your website, so what you can do, you can implement the auto scalability. Auto scalability, in this condition, whenever the load will increase on top of the website, Microsoft will increase the size automatically. As of now, you can see here, by default, we increase the 5. Means in this condition, we people have to pay 5 times. If you are in normal condition, you are paying, suppose 10 rupees per day, then here you have to pay 50 rupees per day. The charges will increase. The region, scale out and scale in. These two features are not related to website. These two features comes under application ASP, App Service Plan. Let me show you. Here we have the ASP. This is my resource group. Under this resource group, we have the website. This is production environment. This is staging environment, and this is my ASP, app service plan. I'm going to pin the same on dashboard. Whatever the changes I'm doing, these changes belong to ASP. See, this is my app service plan. And you can see here what I'm doing here. I was just trying to implement the scale up and scale out. Now, in this condition, I think we are paying 10,000 rupees per month. If we have increased the 5 times, so now we people have to pay 50,000 rupees per month. Reason we are running 5 slot, 5 instance, 5 instance with this, I mean 20,000, 20 multiplied by 5. So whatever the selection we have done, in this way we people have to pay 1 lakh rupees per month. Reason we are not running one instance, we are running multiple instance. So 19,300 multiplied by 5 slots. You are running 5 environment, or just for the understanding, you can say you are running 5 server. Your same website is deployed on 5 different instances. For instance, Microsoft is going to charge 90,300. 90,300 multiplied by 5. This is overall billing will be per month. Guys, is it clear or not?
Clear.
Yeah, it's clear, Atul. Yeah, it's clear. Means if I will increase the instance for 1 day, so the Microsoft will Microsoft will
Yes.
charge for 1 day also.
Only for 1 day. If you're going to increase the number of instances for 1 day, Microsoft will charge only for 1 day. If
We have to mention this 1 day, or auto means suppose today I will increase and tomorrow I will decrease. Is it like that?
now, as of now, we are talking about the manual scalability. In that condition,
Yeah.
manually, here we have increased the number of instances manually, and again, Monday you have to decrease it.
Okay.
Once you're going to over, after that you have to decrease it.
Okay.
Second option is the auto scalability. In auto scalability, what you can do, you can pass the name of your auto scale. Suppose auto scale name is auto scale 420. How many times implemented? 400 times. So far, I have implemented in this subscription more than 400 times. Now, so here you can set up a rule. The rule I'm going to set up on the basis of certain metrics. So what rule I'm going to set up? As of now, see guys, as of now, the average CPU usage is this 2.93%. Average CPU usage for this. Now, what I'm doing, I'm going to set up a rule. If average CPU usage is greater than 70%, whenever the CPU usage will be greater than 70%, when it will go higher, if the number of users is going to use, if more and more people are going to use your website, the number of instances, number of CPU users, I mean, this threshold value will cross. So as of now, 2% every CPU usage is. If the average CPU usage is greater than 70%, is last 10 minutes, then what you can do, you can increase the number of instances, increase the count by 1. Means what Microsoft will do, Microsoft will add one more instance. As of now, we have only one instance. When Jaguar ASP, the app service plan, when app service plans CPU usage will be greater than 70%, then Microsoft will increase one more instance. Now, one more rule I'm going to set up. The rule is same parameter, same matrix. If the CPU usage is less than 20%, less than 20% since last 10 minutes, then what to do? Just decrease the count by 1. So guys, whenever the traffic will increase, Microsoft will increase the size. Whenever the traffic will release, Microsoft will release your instance. So it's automatically, this is also called the auto scaling. Automatically things will be maintained by Microsoft. If the load is going to increase on top of the website, they will increase the number of instances. If there is no traffic, they will release it. So you can see in lots of commercial applications, wherever, I mean, just like the peak time, wherever, like the Indian Railway. In case you people want to implement this logic with the Indian Railway, during the peak time, by default, Microsoft will add the number of instances. In normal condition, they will release it. Once this number is going down, if the more and more people are not going to use, they will release instance. So this is auto scalability. Now, guys, tell me, this is clear to all of you or not?
Clear, clear, clear.
Is this feature there in ScaleUp also?
Auto scaling is not available in ScaleUp.
Okay.
Auto scaling is not available in ScaleUp. You have to do it manually. One more thing, guys, whatever you people are learning after 6 months.
So Atul, I got a question here. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So can I use combination of manual and auto, I mean custom auto scale? Let's say if I run a website during a particular scale, I want to have custom auto scale, and during the normal days, I want to have manual. So can I have that set up? Can I do that?
No. Actually, as of now, such type of customized.
Okay.
In case you want to, in case, I mean, day wise, we don't have, but based on the matrix we have. So in case you want to implement the matrix or multiple matrix, depending on the, I mean, you want to set a multiple rule, multiple type of scalability, depending on the multiple types, I mean, multiple type of matrix, that is possible, but day wise combination is not here, as of now at least.
Okay. Yeah.
So how many rules you can set up, that will depend on you. How many combinations you are going to set up with. As of now, in case anyone have any question, you can ask your question. Last time it was 5. Why exactly it decreased to 2? But say last time it was 5. You see, by default it decreased to
No,
2.
because the CPU is less than 20, so it decreases every 10.
If you know what's happening in background, how many people are going to access everything, okay, you can go with the manual option, otherwise go with the automated option. I'm getting lots of background noise. Okay, that's better. Network. As of now, I haven't started the network part. That will start from next Saturday. So in case guys, if you have a network in cloud computing, if you have a network and you want to allow the access of this website to particular network, that is also possible. But before that, I have to teach you the network part, then only you will understand it. So guys, in case, again repeating, in case you want to in case you want to allow the access of this website via any particular network, that is also possible. In that can say you have to set up a gateway, you have to set up the network, then only it is possible. As of now, I don't have anything, so I cannot set up. We will discuss later on in next week when we start the network part. So we have increased the size. Now how much data we can store? As of now, we have stored 7.97 lump sum 8 MB data. How much data you can store? You can store up to 250 GB data. You can see almost 100% space available. In case you want to store more data, you can. And see here, we have 2 slots available. This is the QA slot or staging slot. This is the production slot. On QA, we have the 2.7 MB data. uploaded, and here we have uploaded 5.24 MB data. Hope this will be clear to all of you. And see here, we are in two websites. Under the same slot, under the same app service plan, we are running two environment. This is our production environment. This is our staging environment. Last thing for today. From tomorrow, we will move from here. Okay, 1 second. As of now, guys, anyone have any question? If then ask your question.
We will try the code after deploying. Probably we'll get questions. Then we can note it down and we can ask.
Now from here again we will move ahead. Now 1 point. In case, I mean, here we have created one app service plan. So initially I said, in case you want to create, you want to attach more website with the same app service plan, that is also possible. Means reusability of your app service plan is possible. You can see here, this is the CPU uses. In case you want to pin on dashboard, yes, now you can pin. This is the CPU percentage. What is the average CPU user? 4.4%. Same again. Now again, I'm returning back to here. This is my app service plan. In case you want to pin the memory, you want to pin the data in, you want to pin the data out, whatever you want, you can pin, guys. This is my data out. And now in last, I'm going to pin the data in also. Okay. This is the data in. See here. So these are your resources and this is your monitoring platform. You can monitor your application through this one. So far so good, guys. If yes, then we can move ahead. One last thing for today. Initially today I told you, one second, let me decrease the size. As of now, we are using pricing tier as a P2V2. In this condition, monthly we people have to pay 20 rupees, 20,000 rupees. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to change it from P1 P2V2 to S1. Now in this condition, we people have to pay only 2,800 or 2,900 rupees per month. The charges will be per month.
Atul, no, there is no save button and all. Just we have to select, that's it.
Apply. Here we have the apply button. I just have to click on it.
And what is that published profile, Atul?
I'll come on there, don't worry. I'll show you. Let it complete first. One more thing I'm going to tell you. What I told, reusability of your resources is possible. So here, Microsoft is not going to charge for the website. They are charging against the app service plan. So if you, and as of now, this is one of your app service plan. Here, these are your website, and these website, or I can say something like this. This is my deployment. Here we have the two slots available. Here one is the production slot. This is the production environment, and here this is the staging environment. And both are sharing. What both are sharing? Both are sharing the same app service plan. This is your app service plan, And these two are the different websites. These websites are sharing the same app service plan. Is it clear to all of you or not? This is your app service plan. And this is your Jaguar ITS 1. https://jaguar-it.azurewebsites.net. This is the production URL. This is your production. And this is QL. Hope it would be clear to all of you. Guys, is it clear or not? This is
Yes,
app
yes.
service. Both instances are selling the same app service plan. So you are not going to charge.
Yes, sir.
In this condition, you people have to pay one time. You are going to pay for this app service plan, which is 2,900 rupees per month. So now, in case you're going to create a new website, maybe it's a part of the same or it's a totally different website, and you want to reuse the same, this app service plan you want to reuse again, that is possible. This is last for the today. I'm going to share you now. Okay, website, yeah. Here, this is the app service. Now I'm going to create, but make sure whatever the instance you're going to create, whatever the website you're going to create, it should be the part of same region. Then only you can, otherwise you can not. Now I'm going to create resource group. You can use whatever you want, but region should be the same. Suppose guess, my website, I'm going to create a new website, name is guess. Guess is not available, guess CRM. Suppose I'm going to use .NET Core East Asia. See here, what I'm doing, I'm going to reuse the same existing one. So I don't need to pay again. In 2,900 rupees, what I'm running 3 websites. I'm running 3 websites in 2,900 rupees. This is a very basic type of configuration. This is a basic type of environment, what exactly I have selected for the demo. Now guys, is it clear to all of you or not? In future, in case you're going to add some more instance, in future, in case you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new instance, that is possible. So what I did here, I just added one more instance. This is the new instance. Now, this is the new instance. Here we are going to use the existing app service plan. Same app service plan. Hope this is clear to all of you. Now you people can ask your question if you have any.
What if you ran out of storage or memory or something? Does the websites everything on a what could be the possibilities? I mean, in real time.
Again, ask your question.
In real time, what if we ran out of storage or memory or any factor which we ran out, and what could be the possibilities? Alerts, or in real time the website's going to crash, or what could be the possible?
So in case To avoid such a situation, what exactly we are doing? We have to automate. We have to automate the scheduler. We have to take the backup, and that backup will be. I mean, that you can decide whether you want to store your backup on the same region or different region. Plus, in case you want to avoid such type of situation, here we have the one more. I mean, there are lots of features for the security and alert purpose. So, in case on the basis of factor matrix, you want to issue the alert, you want to initiate the alert, that is also possible. That I'll show you tomorrow. Suppose
Okay.
whenever CPU usage is getting increased, suppose it's increasing, whenever the CPU usage is more than 70%, what you want to be notified by the system automatically. So this portal, this Microsoft Azure platform will inform you whenever the CPU usage will be higher or whenever the users are going to increase on top of this website, the system will automatically send you a mail, or if you're from United States, they will call you. The system means by default, you people will get a auto recorded, call that hey, you people will get a call from Microsoft that, there's a huge traffic on your website. Website usage is more than 90%. Please take a necessary action. This type of, call you people will get from Microsoft, but only if you're from United States or Canada. If you're from any other country, you people will get a SMS. You people will get push notification on your mobile app, or you can schedule email also. Email will be something like this. Let me show you.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I'm not able to. Guys, you people can upload, but I cannot because of the security. Wait for a minute, I'm going to show you. Whenever threshold value is going to cross whatever you have scheduled, you people will get this type of email.
How to set that?
Also, tomorrow I'll show you. I'll show you everything.
Okay.
Here you can see if the threshold value is greater than 2, then you pay, and whatever number you're going to set, after that you people will get it. Okay, I'll show you. So let's conclude it here. And this is the part 1. This today was the part 1 of the app service. Tomorrow we'll discuss remaining property. That will be the part 2 of the same. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, bye everyone.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.